All right, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, I'm laughing because about a minute and a half ago, I told Mrs. Gimpy we got a minute before I start talking. She goes, okay. And then she keeps talking. And I go, 30 seconds. She goes, okay. And then she gets up, she walks away. And then she comes back just as I'm ready to talk here. And she goes, and I go, I'm just about to start talking. She goes, I thought you said you had 30 seconds. I go, yeah, that was a minute ago. So anyway, hello everybody in chat. Thank you very much for coming out. And let's see, happy Tuesday. Happy Halloween. And everybody in chat. The Dev, Dispirador, Paler, Lurkers, other people. Happy Tuesday. Happy Halloween. And of course, most important person. Good afternoon, Veronica.
Good afternoon, Gimpy, and hello everyone. Have a great stream.
Okay, and hey, Rules, welcome back. Yes, kittens. This is the infamous kitten herding video. That cat right there, the one with the black
Your
squares on its
next break is
back.
in 1 hour.
That's actually the kitten that my mother and father-in-law kept, because these are technically their kittens. And they actually kept her. That's Geo. That is Scout's replacement in Mrs. Gimpy's heart. And she lives at a different house, so we don't care about that so much. Here's a fun fact about this video. All these kittens are 10 years old now. This video is 10 years old. So that means Mickey and Rocket are 6 years old in this video. Need more pics of that cat? Of Geo? There's some in the... There's a few of them up in the album. She's in there. Not as a kitten, but she's in there as an adult. She's in there. Near the end of it, near the bottom. More, the more recent stuff. Somewhat recent stuff. But anyway. I'm waiting for Mrs. Gimpy to come back in the room because we have a question to ask everybody. To put everything in perspective, we had another cold morning this morning, and it was like 50? Below 50? It was below 50 for sure this morning. But by the time Mrs. Gimpy was going to take the dogs out, it was just about 52, 53 degrees Fahrenheit. It's chilly. It's not cold, but it's chilly. But it's within parameters for Mickey and Rocket to wear their jackets, which Mrs. Gimpy was supposed to, take them for their morning walk when it's still cool, have their jackets on, and take pictures, and we show everybody the pictures. However, Mrs. Gimpy was only able to... What?
You call me Miss Gimpy?
I call you Mrs. Gimpy.
I'm Miss Dog Mom.
On the stream, you're Mrs. Gimpy until you pick a name for real. She just looked at me. She goes, "You call me Mrs. Gimpy? I thought it was Dog Mom." I go, "No, you're Mrs. Gimpy until you pick a real name." So, anyway, as I was saying, so they're supposed to wear their jackets. If you haven't seen those before, there's pictures of them on the album too. But we were saying hello to Mrs. Gimpy. Yes, we are. She walked out again. But anyway, as we're getting into it. So cold morning, gotta wear jackets. She catches Mickey, puts it goes, the harness goes on first and the jacket goes on top of it. So she's got Mickey, he's all ready to go. And then I'm in here working and stuff, and I've got the dog cam up on the side here and paying attention to that. I see movement, and I see Mrs. Gimpy and Mickey go out the front door. And I go, "Where's Rocket?" And I turn around and Rocket's waddling down the hallway. So 2 hours later, Mrs. Gimpy comes back from the walk because she was visiting one of her friends, and Rocket, totally hated that because, he notices when she's gone right away, and he starts doing his whining and barking stuff, and he did that for a little while until she came back. And so she comes back, and I go, "How come Rocket didn't go?" She goes, "Because I couldn't catch him. He avoided me." And I looked at her, and I go, "Really? A somewhat blind and deaf dog avoided you or gave you the slip?" And she goes, "Yeah, he's pretty quick when he wants to be." I go, "He's really easy to sneak up on, right?" Because he can't hear you and he can't really see you. How can you not catch him? I don't understand. And she's supposed to be here to defend herself, but she's not here because I have a feeling she knows she's not going to get the response she wants. So, that Dog Mom was previously rejected. I rejected it. I rejected it because it's like, I'm not a fan of that particular idea. Being, the parents of your dogs. My mom does the same thing. She's got, golden retrievers, 4 golden retrievers, and she doesn't refer to them as her dogs. She refers to them as her grandchildren. Why? Because the mother, because she has 4 Goldens. The oldest is from a previous female golden that they bred, and he was one of the puppies they kept. She died. They kept him. Oh, sorry. She had another litter after that, and they kept one of the females from that litter. So they've got, but the mother died shortly after that. She had cancer or something like that. Anyway, so they had Rory, who's the male, and her name is, I call her Coma, even though her name is Kona, but I call her Coma because it's funny. And so they have, they're basically, brother and sister. They actually have the same parents, but they're from different litters. So they had them for a while. And my mom refers to them as her children, as in, and then she refers to them as my brother and sister. That's how crazy my mother is. She refers to her dogs as my brother and sister, her children. And then the female they bred, and they now have two more two more golden retrievers, another male, another female, from different litters, so they're about a year or so apart. And she calls them her grandchildren and my nephew and niece. I shit you not. That's how my mom refers to them. That is not a joke. That's how she refers to them. So I've got two dogs that are nephew and a niece, and I got two dogs that are my brother and sister. And every time she does that, I go, that really doesn't sound right at all. And we just hit some drop frames. Just a second. Here, see if that works. We're hitting drop frames. Just a second. Checking into it. See what it is. Should be okay. Okay, Mrs. Gimpy is back now, too. Be sure to refresh your browsers, by the way. There might be a slight delay. Just might be a little bit of a delay. Because it looks like, with the drop frames, we're a little out of sync. Okay, refresh your browser. It's being hacked now. It was just a network thing. And Mrs. Gimpy keeps coming in here and leaving. I want to hear her defense on why she couldn't catch Rocket. Just a second. Let me yell at her. We're waiting to hear your defense on why you couldn't catch Rocket. Make sure you're talking to the microphone so everybody can hear your lame excuse why you can't catch a mostly blind and mostly deaf dog.
It's not a lame excuse. I was being nice. I was being courteous. I was being sweet. I was being good because he's older and he wanted to sleep, and it was like 45 degrees this morning.
And why couldn't you catch him?
A cold 45 degrees.
Why
for us?
Why couldn't you catch him?
Well, I put the leash down, and I always offer if he wants to go out or not. And as soon as I put the leash down and his jacket, his little vest for the cold, to brave the cold, he saw it, he jumped up, and he ran to the other side of the table. We have a Lazy Susan coffee table.
Yeah, they know.
To the other side. Mm-hmm. So that meant he didn't want to go. So I didn't.
That's not what that means.
Make him go.
That's not what it means.
Yes, it is.
No.
If he moves away from the leash, it means he doesn't want to go.
And again, he can't see really, and he can't hear you. So why don't you sneak up behind him? So why didn't you sneak up behind him? That's really easy to do.
It's not really nice to do.
And yet you do it all the time anyway when you don't need to walk him. See, this is why her story doesn't fly very well, because she sneaks up behind them all the time. And she comes up and she touches them and makes them jump. And she laughs and thinks it's cute. Yet when it's time to walk them, I can't be bothered to do that. That's not nice.
Well, I offer for him to go. And if he doesn't want to go, I don't make him, because he's older now. And sometimes he just wants to sleep a little bit. That's all. Hi, everyone. What do you think of that? What do you...
They're laughing at you.
What is your suggestion?
They're laughing at your whole idea that you can't catch a blind and deaf dog.
No, it's not that I can't catch him. It's that I offer, like I said, I offer for him to go. And if he doesn't want to, then I'm not going to force him.
But you know he wants to go. It's a game that we play. You know that.
Well...
You just don't want to play by the rules.
I wiggle the leash and I go, we're going to go. So if you want to go, come.
The leash that he can't see or hear. The face she's making is like I'm talking on my ass. So are you done trying to defend yourself on why you can't catch an old blind and deaf dog?
I'm just being empathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should I call Rocket the pinball wizard?
They're 16 years old right now. Mickey always wants to go.
Should I call
Rocket sometimes?
Should I call Rocket the pinball wizard? Do you even get that reference? You don't? Okay. Mrs. Gimpy doesn't follow Old Rock, so she doesn't get the reference thing.
I was just being nice. I'm not going to just force him to go if he doesn't want to. He's 16 years old. He has the right to decide whether he wants to go or not. Yes, I want him to go out because he needs to move his legs, and he did want to go out when I came.
I told you.
When I came back in, he was like, I'm ready. He was all excited. So we went out, and he was a little...
excited to come back home.
No, when we went out, it's really bright outside, but he still has a little trouble, seeing and stuff.
Because he's mostly blind, or he's somewhat blind.
Yeah,
both of them
But
are.
the thing is, when we come back, he's like trotting back real fast,
because he knows where he's going. The nose knows. They may not be able to see and hear very well, but the nose works perfectly fine.
He knows where he's going when he comes back. He's fast.
The nose knows. The nose knows how to get back home. So.
And that's the truth.
Uh-huh. You done? Are you done spreading your little lies around? I'm going to get in such trouble.
That's the truth. That's what happened.
Uh-huh. Meanwhile, Rocket's wandering around looking for a second breakfast, by the way. You know that, right?
You ask any...
Did he get his treat when you came home?
Who cares and loves their dogs.
Did he get his treat when he came home?
Yes, they both got their treats.
Double treats?
Yeah, double treats.
Oh my God.
Well, not exactly double, but
Yeah, close enough.
1.5.
We're gonna have to do a special stream just to raise money to feed the dogs treats. Oh my God.
Yes, they're doing excellent for 16 years old. Mickey goes out. I mean, he does pretty good. I mean, sometimes I have to, help them because they'll take a little stumble. They'll miss a step or they'll be ahead of themselves and go too fast like Rocket does sometimes. So I'll have to grab him by the little handle on his harness. Okay. Yeah, they love their treats, and I think that's why he was so fast coming home.
Yeah, he knows it's okay. We've walked around enough. Let's go get me a treat.
He was running home.
Yep. I could be so cruel not to give it to them. Well, for one,
I did give it to him.
No, he's talking to me.
Oh, you?
He's talking to me because I'm a horrible person because I don't think dogs deserve treats for doing nothing.
They did.
When you brought Mickey back, did Rocket get a treat?
Yes.
When you brought Rocket back, did Mickey get a treat?
No. I wanted them to get one together.
Wow.
I wanted them to get it together. I said that they are cute.
You're a monster.
I said, Mickey, we'll be right back, and then you'll both get double or 1.5 your treats. I'll make it up to you.
Did he say that was okay?
He looked at me. I don't know.
He looked at me.
Where's my treat?
So everybody heard that. Mickey goes for a walk. They both get treats. Rocket goes for a walk. Mickey doesn't get a treat.
No, that's not what you said. You said when Mickey came back, I didn't give them treats. I took Rocket out, and then when I brought Rocket back, they both got their treats.
So Mickey had to sit here all alone in here without no treat. He did his job.
Until we got back.
When he did his job, he comes back here. He's probably sitting in the middle of the living room going, where's my treat? Where's my treat? Oh, where's Rocket going? Where's my treat? Uh-huh. And then he's got to wait for Rocket to come back for him to get his treat.
And they got their treats.
You're a bad mom.
No, I'm not.
This is why we don't call you dog mom, because you're a bad mom.
Well, if I would have gave Mickey his treat and not Rocket, that would have been not so nice.
So no, instead you've warped Mickey's version of reality because he thinks when he goes for a walk, he comes home, he gets a treat. But you didn't do that when he did.
Yeah,
this.
then I would have to give him both treats, and Mickey would look at Rocket and say, "Oh, he didn't get to go out, but he got treats."
You do that all the time.
Oh, no, I don't. I give him both treats. I treat him equal all the time.
No, I mean when you take Mickey out and you don't take Rocket out because you can't catch him because he's too blind and too deaf,
Yeah.
and you still take Mickey for a walk. We come back and they both get treats.
Yeah.
You're confusing Rocket. You're confusing Mickey too.
I'm not going to
You're
give treats
confusing
to
me.
Mickey. I'm not going to give treats to Mickey and then not Rocket. That wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be fair.
Okay.
Rocket would not like that.
The solution is just to catch the blind deaf dog and bring him along with you on the walk. Because he's not hard to catch. He really isn't.
I know. It's not. That's not the point.
It's okay. It's
He
okay.
was sleeping so heavily that I didn't want to wake him, but I did want to offer him.
But he wasn't sleeping enough to avoid you because he managed to get away.
Well, I lightly touched him with the leash to
Uh-huh.
let him know we're going out.
Mm-hmm. I like how your story changes. But he says, commits his snowers. There's this hustling for the comeback inside treat dynamic. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Mrs. Gimpy's getting hustled for treats too.
Okay, what would you do?
Come closer so they can hear you. You're too far away from the mic.
Okay,
They're hustling you. You know that.
that's the
They're
Well-
making you do stuff so they can get treats. Or they're pretending kind of do stuff so they get treats.
They don't. They're good boys. They know. They like to go on their walks. They enjoy it.
How many times within the last year have you taken Mickey out for a walk because you couldn't catch Rocket, and when you come home they both get treats, despite the fact that Rocket was here the whole time and didn't go for a walk? How many times has that actually happened? A lot. Actually, every time you do it. Every time you can't catch Rocket, he still gets treats. He's hustling you, dear. That's a hustle.
Oh, look, there's Geo.
Yes, that's Geo. Geo is the cat with the 4 black squares on her back. She is 10 years old now. You know that, right?
Is she 10?
Yeah,
Wow.
she's 10.
I wish I could bring her home. I should kidnap her, bring her home.
Yes, kidnap her. So she can sleep on the porch here.
No, inside.
No, she's not
She'd be
staying.
nice and safe.
She's not going to do well with Mickey and Rocket. They're not going to tolerate an old cat they don't know in the house. Not to mention she doesn't even familiar with dogs. She doesn't know them. She hasn't seen them in 10 years. Really, right? She doesn't know who they are. She doesn't, right?
Thank you for listening to my side.
They didn't hear you.
I hope you understand.
Like the gray one, that one. That was the cat. That was the cat and kitten I thought her parents were going to keep. In all honesty, I thought that was the one they were going to keep, the gray one. And then they kept Geo, and I went, "Why did they go with that one?" Look, see, Rocket wanted a kitten, but you didn't bring one home for him. That was your chance.
Victoria, for a while.
Yeah, she and Rocket like Victoria too. Victoria is their mother. We support the Mrs. Gimpy version.
Yay! Thank you.
Don't listen to
Thank
him.
you.
He's delusional.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is. He's
He,
delusional.
he understands my
No,
side.
he's a delusion. He's delusional. He talks to the computer all the time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
He asks the computer questions all the time, and he thinks it's the truth. It's the computer.
Well, when you have a heart for animals, that's what you do.
Okay, go sit on the couch and watch some TV with the dogs. You are delusional, Vukros, because you typed that wrong. See, replies hazy. Try again. See, there you go. That's the first sign of a delusion. Is you're talking to computers to answer your questions. Okay. I gotta play a video game.
Oh, Judy's cat sat on her couch and cuddled up with
Oh, did she?
her. But
Her friend Judy has a new cat. It's, what, 3 years old? But she's not allowed outside. So Mickey and Rocket haven't met her yet. Probably won't.
well, not today. Ziva's barking up the
Well,
storm.
yeah. Anyway. Okay, so that's over with. That was an adventure. God, that took 20 minutes. Almost. Ugh. That wasn't supposed to last 20 minutes. That was supposed to be a good 1-2 minute thing, making fun of Mrs. Gimpy. But she had to defend herself. I blame Vook rules. Anyway, I didn't go over stream schedule yet. Today, of course, we're doing Master Magic. Tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? Total War? Baldur's Gate 3? Something else? I don't know. Thursday? I don't know. Friday, though, is Multiplayer Celeste with Jeff Hobo and Hurricane. Saturday is Starfield or X4 Foundations with the Star Wars Interworlds mod. Might do either one of those two. Don't know. Maybe flip a coin. We'll see. Sunday, though, is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Day. First half of the stream is campaign stuff with Gimpy the Dwarven Crusader, currently in Act 5. And then the second half of the stream is the Treasure of the Midnight Isles DLC with Bureau Group 10. But after that, it's kind of up in the air. So, anyway, that's it. If you have any questions about the schedule or the stream, ask away. And dog cam. We're going to have dog cam today. I don't know. Mrs. Gimpy didn't say if she was going anywhere. So if she's going somewhere, we might have dog cam. If she's not, we won't. And even if she goes somewhere, we might not, depending on the dogs, depending on where they want to sleep today. So anyway, enough of that. We should get to the game. Happy Halloween.